Hello, my name is Jonathan Ames. I have 20 years of experience in digital marketing, and today I'm going to share a series of 5-minute experiences to help you unbreak what's broken in most marketing engines. So today, experience number 1, what's broken is access to content. Now you'll recognize this when you have no central storage place for your content, when there's no system to organize and find content quickly, no versioning system to show the latest version of a piece of content, and no maintenance system to archive old content and highlight what content is usable. At many different companies that I've worked with, I've come in and found that there was no content access system in place. So content was typically stored in multiple places, different people's hard drives, perhaps on a network drive or Google Drive, but there really wasn't an easy way to access it, know which pieces of content were most important, how they fit together, which ones were out of date, and which ones were currently usable. So what is the problem of having no easy access to content? First, it's wasted time looking for content. Then it's wasted ideas that are not acted upon. Sometimes this turns up as your team will come up with a good idea. Maybe one person on your team will come up with this idea and it's stored away somewhere, but the rest of the team doesn't have access to it. Maybe that person gets transferred on to something else and they forget about it. And that's really a wasted idea that your company is paid for and is not utilizing. Also, you're missing out on the benefits of all the content. If it's siloed in different places, some people may be using some content, but not the rest of the team. You're also accidentally using outdated content in many cases. So this often happens between various teams where perhaps your marketing team will create updated new content, but the sales team doesn't have access to that or forgets to use the new link, and so they're using outdated content. So this creates a lack of consistency in your content and a loss of content synergy because content stays siloed. It might only be used for one thing where it could be used to provide value in many different areas. So why does this matter? It's worth solving because the costs, while they may seem small taken alone, are daily and across many users. I'll give you an example of this. Let's say you have 10 people in your organization who use your marketing content. And if they spend an unnecessary 10 minutes a day looking for and trying to understand what part of that content they can use, then that'll be a loss of 441 hours of productivity over a year. So it does really add up. And of course, that's only counting the cost of one of these items here that we talked about. So how can this be solved? First, you have to agree that it's an issue as a team. You have to give someone ownership and authority to fix and maintain it. And then you have to combine software with procedures. And those procedures need to be acted on in a regular manner. Hardest is really getting everyone to agree it's an issue. You may have to do some work if you recognize this in your organization to get everyone to rally around it. Then it's giving someone ownership and authority to fix it and maintain it. This means somebody in your executive team is going to have to align on this and give somebody this as a project or a task. Once you get those two done, there's a lot of different software you can use. There's a lot of different procedures you can use. It's really up to you. As far as the procedure, this is where it's really important that you give it to one person to continue maintaining it. They can be the authority on what your procedure is. And that's going to include regular refreshes. So maybe it's quarterly, maybe it's monthly, but you have to go in and refresh the content that you have. But then you also want to bring people in so that not only can they know how to use your system and your software, but also so they feel like they're a part of suggesting what things need to improve, ways to repurpose and get added value out of each piece of content, or just to ask for new content that needs to be added. So when you gather a team around an issue like this, then you have somebody who's a team lead. You really can create a system that perpetuates itself and that creates value on an ongoing basis for everybody. And I can tell you that in every marketing situation that I've been in, this has been an issue. A lot of it is just gathering together and saying, we're going to fix this. But this is something that can be unbroken, and now you know why and how to do it.